Well, hello to all the subscribers. Today I'm going to do a video about Rh negative blood types, which is the rhesus factor. The rhesus factor is an inherited protein found on the surface of red blood cells. If your blood has a protein, you're Rh positive. If your blood lacks protein, you're Rh negative. The whole controversy thing around it is the fact that the Rh negative, they can't go back and they can't trace the ancestors like these people were not indigenous to our planet is pretty much the whole thing about it. There's a whole bunch of different theories. There's, of course, the Nephilims. A lot of people theorize that it's connected to the Nephilims. Other people say it's an alien blood type. Other people say it's, blue bloods, the elites blood type. But anyway, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna dig into all this, and we're gonna brainstorm about it. And I want everybody's feedback because I love getting everybody else's opinions on things like this. But now we're gonna jump into it. I hope you guys enjoy the video because I'm gonna enjoy making it. This is gonna be fun. All right, man, it's time to get into it now. I want to explain this a little bit better, man. Like, a lot of people may not know this, but 85% of us here in the world, not just in the United States, we're Rh positive. The other 15% are Rh negative. And they can't trace back the ancestors of the people that's Rh negative. It's really interesting because there's so many different theories about this, but I've been wanting to do a video on this for like a long time. Hadn't had the time to do it. Finally, I just forced myself, and I've made myself have time to do it. But let's go into some of the theories. One of the theories is aliens were doing tests on us for thousands and thousands of years. It goes, and they try to base it off going back to the Neanderthals and all the other types of humanoids that existed. And I probably should have put an illustration of it, but I'll put a link in the description of the family tree of all the humanoids, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You can kind of go do some research for yourself on that part. But the theory about that is the aliens were doing some sort of test to where they were trying to make a different race of people. And for some reason, the Homo sapiens were the only ones that, supposedly survived. But somewhere in the mix of all this, you've got the Rh negative blood factor to where they think it was from an alien race that got mixed in with our genes and our genetics. But me, myself, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm kind of skeptical on the whole thing about aliens. One of the other big things is it's the bloodline of the elite. Supposedly, a lot of our past presidents, actors, people of that nature, Queen Elizabeth, they have the Rh negative factor. The reason is because they're part of a royal bloodline. And there's another little deal linked into that whole story because, a lot of people think that it's a reptilian race is what it is. But one of the biggest things about this gene with this Rh negative blood type, it can't be cloned. They can take Rh negative blood, and I know some of you guys probably hadn't heard much about cloning. I probably need to do a video on that soon, but that's the one blood type that cannot be cloned. No matter what they do, no matter how hard they try, they can't clone it. They can take a normal person like me and you, they can take our blood and they can clone it, but they can't Rh negative. That's why in my opinion, I feel like it more falls back on the Bible and the fallen angels, and the fallen angels mating with regular humans and created the Nephilims. I believe it's a heavenly bloodline. That's why I don't think that it can be cloned. Like I say, there's all sorts of theories, and it's crazy because the majority of this Rh negative bloodline originated out of Europe. That's where most of the people that are alive today are that have the Rh negative blood is in Europe. But the whole thing about about these people not being indigenous to our planet, that's the crazy part about it. And they try so hard, the scientists and everybody tries so hard to discredit the Bible and go with the whole alien theory, because they don't want to debunk their whole theory of evolution, basically. But I know there's probably a lot of people out here who's watched a lot of videos and a lot of documentaries on it, and I find it real interesting myself. I look into stuff like that all the time, catch myself watching videos about stuff like that all the time. So that's why I decided to make a video about it. Then the other thing is the fact that per se, a woman that has Rh negative blood gets pregnant by a man that's got Rh positive blood, very dangerous and detrimental to the fetus, to the baby, because if the baby ends up having Rh positive blood, then the lady's body is going to attack this unknown antigen in her body and try to destroy it. So medical people have to intervene in a situation like this, which is crazy, because when you think about it, it's just that trait, the protein in the blood, that makes them completely different from us. And that's why I think it goes back to what the Bible talked about in Genesis, about how the Nephilims came about. Because there's no other races of humanoid here on the planet Earth anymore. We were all derived from the same people. So that gene was still mixed in there. When the flood happened, the planet must have not got purified like it was supposed to. But I still want to know a lot of your guys' opinions. Like, what do you think? What's your opinion on it? Where do you think this whole Rh negative blood factor comes from? Where does it originate from? Is it from aliens? Is it from the Nephilim? Is it the royal bloodline? Is it reptilians? It's a real interesting subject that you could just go and debate for days and days and days and days. And I love controversial stuff like that because there's so much mystery behind it. But the scientific side of it is crazy because, like I said, they can't explain it. Scientists have no idea. And the one thing that the scientists point to over and over again is inbreeding with extraterrestrials, where people have been abducted by aliens. But Rh negative blood is surprisingly common, despite being okay. Yeah, that's talking about the pregnant. Let me go back to this. I had something I was going to read off to you guys. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Like the blood registry. If you're Rh negative, they want you to want you to register, because there's not many people at all. Like I said, 15% of the population of the world is Rh negative, and they don't hardly have any of that blood. Say, you know, like somebody could be really anemic or have a life-threatening accident where they lose a bunch of blood, and there's a shortage on that blood because there's people that are few and far between that have that blood type. And, you know, there's controversy surrounding that too, saying that these people with this type of blood, they're targeted. I don't know if I too much agree with that. I mean, what do you guys think? Give me your opinion on that too. That's what the comment section's for, man. And man, I could. Oh, there's other things too. There's traits that they got. Most of them have light, hazel eyes. Their body temperature is a little bit different from ours. Their blood pressure usually runs a little bit lower than ours does. They have supposedly have psychic abilities that most regular people don't have. But man, there's like it's just a real controversial subject, and everybody's opinion can be subjective, and I think that's great. I love debating about stuff like this. But my main reason for making this video, man, was like I wanted y'all's opinions. I want to see what everybody else thinks. Hope you guys liked the video. I'm not gonna dig too much deeper into it. If I did, I could literally make a 2.5 hour video about this if I would have thought it out a little bit better. But seriously, man, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, don't take but just a minute. Pound on the button down there, subscribe, like the video, share it, help me get my videos out there to all the subscribers that I already have, man. Big thanks to you guys. Wouldn't have no channel if it wasn't for y'all. But I'm gonna get off of here. Tomorrow's Monday. Got to get ready for Monday. It sucks. But man, I hope everybody has a great week and everybody stay safe out there, and I'll definitely see you guys on the next video. Peace out.